I feel like now is my time to share my spiritual journey and what I have learned. You could technically say my spiritual journey has probably started when I was a teenager, but it was very unconscious and I didn't really know what was happening. I just saw a lot of deja vu was happening, and then I had a very scary at the time experience when I felt myself floating out of my body. I didn't understand it, and then I felt myself slamming back into my body again and scared the shit out of me, honestly. And so I had shut all of that off and pretended none of that ever happened until the end of 2020. And so 2020, at the very end of it, I participated in a worldwide meditation, and that's when all of my abilities came online. So what does it mean when your abilities come online? It's different for everybody, and everybody has different abilities, and we all have them. And I want to make sure everybody understands that it's not just certain special people have psychic abilities or mediumship or anything like that. We all have them. We just forgot, and we've turned off everything. When we come into this creation, we have limited ourselves. So we forget everything that we know, everything we've ever done, everything we've ever lived, in all these different lifetimes and all these different scenarios. And so when your abilities come online, for everybody it's different. For me, it was a shock because I started seeing colors and shapes that looked like smoke, and it would move, and then it would transform from these different shapes and colors into faces. And these were faces I didn't know who they were, didn't know anything or anybody. And it wasn't just human faces. It would transform from a human face, a male, a female, a child, and then it would go even into different beings like ET races, what you would say reptilians. It was what you could say the Greys. I didn't know at the time what they were. All these different beings. And then you could even say that like gods and goddesses, they have like a different texture to them. And I guess you could say that's like a higher dimensional being, which I didn't understand what any of that was. It was just happening so fast in front of my eyes. So I'd close my eyes, and then I would see all these different shapes and beings in front of me, and then I would open my eyes, look up, look around, and there was nothing. And then I would close my eyes again and then open again. And I would probably do that for like 5-10 minutes. Didn't know what was going on, had no idea. So naturally, I had to start looking it up, and it was hard at that time because there still wasn't a whole lot going on, or I didn't know how to find anybody. So I started looking up psychics and mediums on how to help me, and that's when my spiritual journey started. So this is part 1. I'll be releasing a bunch more. I'm gonna try to release them every day, or just batch them and throw a bunch of them out there for you guys. So if you're going through this, so you understand what's going on and how everybody has a unique journey, and that's totally fine and that's okay. And the whole point of our journey is to remember who we are and how to come back to ourselves again, to be whole again. So I'll see you soon.